Stop everything. Focus on these words right now. Listen to me very carefully. Not tomorrow, not next week, not someday, today. You did not arrive here by accident. You were brought here on a schedule written before you were formed. This is a set time, a holy interruption, a divine privacy season. I have opened a hidden preparation window over you, and it will not stay open indefinitely. It has an expiration. If you ignore this instruction, you will expose what I am building to hands that will not honor it. But if you submit to this privacy, what I have prepared in the secret place will stand in the open without shaking. Beloved child, the first command is simple and non-negotiable. Be quiet and come close. Tuck the treasure back into the fold of your cloak. Close the door. Lower the volume. I am not withholding you. I am covering you. Your next level is real, but it is not for display while it is under construction. The foundation is poured in silence. The blueprint is traced in silence. The anointing is thickened in silence. Publicity before maturity births targets without armor. Secrecy in me births stature with substance. Hear me. Oversharing is not harmless. Visibility is a door, and every door allows entry. When you broadcast, you invite monitors. When you invite monitors, you permit mishandlers. And when they mishandle, they can sabotage and delay. That like was a probe. That congratulations was an access request. That curiosity was a fishing line. This is not paranoia. This is discernment. Your restlessness lately is not random. It is your spirit alerting you that the room has too many eyes and not enough covenant. So here is the charge. Move in silence. Announce nothing that is in development. Post nothing that is still being formed in your spirit. Share no timelines. Offer no previews. Guard your rehearsals and your research. Let me be your only audience while I calibrate your voice for the rooms I have prepared. If you agree, type Amen. If you will obey the instruction to move in silence for this season, and let your obedience begin right now. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. If they can monitor it, they can mishandle it. Not everyone who claps for you can carry you. Not every eye is safe. Not every listener is clean. Some hands applaud while their hearts calculate. Some smiles bless while their mouths bargain with your name. Oversharing creates access, and access creates interference. Silence is not punishment. Silence is protection for what I am building inside you. You have called it sharing, but I call it leaking. You have been posting plans, announcing opportunities, soft-launching projects, narrating your relationship updates, talking about money shifts, detailing spiritual experiences, and dropping location check-ins as if timing were neutral. That is not transparency, that is transfer. Every detail you release hands over faith, focus, strategy, and peace. You feel scattered after you post because your spirit is being siphoned by eyes that never earned covenant. You feel second-guessing set in because opinions just became co-authors on a script I wrote in secret. Hear the warfare behind the scroll. The enemy studies patterns. He builds blueprints from breadcrumbs. Oversharing gives him a map, your timelines, your triggers, your weak points, and exactly who to use against you. He does not need to stop your calling if he can forecast your movement. He will nudge an insecure friend right when you soft launch. He will schedule a distraction the week you announce a deadline. He will provoke comparison the day you reveal your location. You thought it was coincidence, it was coordination. That congrats, keep going from a stranger felt harmless. That is not support, that is surveillance. That curiosity in your DMs felt flattering. That is not interest, that is intel collection. Those prayer hand emojis under your testimony looked spiritual. Many are pure, some are probes. Discernment says, seal it until it's solid, hide it until it's holy. If it is in development, it is not for display. So I command you, reclaim your borders. Close the public faucet and repair the private well. Guard your plans. Withhold your timelines. Protect your love. Secure your resources. Record your encounters with me in secret. Announce from overflow, not from construction. If you agree with me, make a declaration in faith right now. Comment, I will stop leaking. And let your yes turn the noise into shelter. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. That restlessness in your chest, that itch that makes you glance at your phone, that ache when the room goes quiet, that is not confusion, that is separation, that is not loneliness, that is consecration, that is not you falling behind, that is me pulling you ahead, out of reach of hands that would touch what is sacred before it is sealed. You felt the shift. Invitations slowed, conversations thinned, the applause dimmed. I did that. I am reducing the noise so you can hear the instruction. I am dimming the lights so the blueprint can glow. You have asked, why does this feel so intense? Because the old identity is dying and the new capacity is forming. The shell is cracking to make room for the oil. I am detoxing you from public validation, flushing out the addiction to instant reaction so I can stabilize you in revelation. That pressure on your heart is not a panic attack. It is the weight of glory rehearsing for residency. That silence in your calendar is not punishment. It is preparation. That narrowing of your circle is not rejection. It is redirection into covenant. Understand me. Public validation right now would interrupt surgery. Applause would cauterize what I need to keep open a little longer. Visibility would tempt you to perform the old self when I am clothing you in a new mantle. So I am hiding you in plain sight. I hide what I prize. I cover what I am about to reveal. I root you before I raise you. I anchor you before I launch you. I strengthen your knees before I widen your stride. Do not mislabel my mercy. This is strategy. This is timing. This is me answering prayers. You forgot you prayed for depth, for purity, for unshakable focus. I am not punishing you with silence. I am positioning you through separation. Agree with me right now. Type, I accept the hidden season. Say it out loud. Let your agreement turn the restlessness into rhythm, the quiet into curriculum, the hidden place into holy ground. Stay close, stay low, stay teachable. The unveiling will come, and when it does, you will not need to announce it. Your fruit will. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. Strategic warfare loves your feed. The adversary does not need to break your legs if he can occupy your eyes. He does not need to silence your voice if he can crowd it with noise. Visibility invites voices. Voices create doubt. Doubt delays obedience, and delay makes you miss windows. He aims for your access and your attention, because if he can manage those, he can manage your momentum. Hear the pattern: confusion, criticism, comparison, distraction, impatience, financial pressure, relational tension, sudden fatigue, scrolling numbness. Do you recognize the sequence? That is not a random bad day. That is coordination against your concentration. Notice how it happens. You post. A comment slips in that sounds like wisdom, but it is loaded with fear. A message arrives that looks like support, but it is laced with jealousy. A thread erupts that wears the mask of concern, but it is soaked in projection and ignorance. One voice sows, maybe. Another voice plants what if. A dozen likes tell you keep talking while your spirit whispers, be quiet. And you begin to second guess what I already settled. That is strategic warfare through visibility. Not everyone is evil, hear me, but not everyone is assigned. Monitoring is not mentorship. Curiosity is not covenant. Familiarity is not authorization. You have felt it, the sudden heaviness after you share, the fog that rolls in, the impulse to check again. as if a notification could bless what I have already spoken. That is not validation. That is a leash. The enemy's goal is simple. If he can keep your attention on the crowd, he can keep your obedience on pause. If he can stir impatience through praise or stoke anxiety through criticism, he can push you to move early or make you miss the moment entirely. He doesn't need to stop your calling. He only needs to manage your access and your attention. So I decree a boundary over your gates. Close unnecessary windows. Starve the appetite for instant reaction. Quiet the counterfeit counsel. Let my voice be the loudest and my timing be the only clock you obey. If you agree, make the line clear right now. Comment, "No more access," and let heaven record your boundary as law around your destiny. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. Precision is protection, so I will be exact. Starting today, not tomorrow, not next week, shut the public faucet on 7 categories. If it is in development, it is not for display. Guard the process until the fruit is mature. First, plans and timelines. Stop announcing what you are building before it is fortified. Do not post your start dates, your launch countdowns, your coming soon teasers. Replace noise with quiet execution. Build the wall first, then speak from strength. Silence now shortens warfare later. Second, money and upgrades. Do not parade income spikes, new clients, raises, purchases, or financial leaps. That triggers entitlement, provokes envy, and paints a target on your supply lines. Keep your stewardship holy and your increase discreet until your systems can carry the weight. Third, relationship details. Your conflicts, reconciliations, and dating signals are not community projects. Oversharing invites third-party interference and assigns commentators as counselors. Protect covenant by removing spectators. Heal in private. Decide in prayer. Announce only what is sealed. Fourth, location and routines. Do not disclose travel dates, live locations, hotel tags, or predictable schedules. Visibility here creates physical vulnerability and emotional intrusion. Post after you've left. Vary your rhythms. Your safety and serenity are sacred. Fifth, open doors and opportunities, interviews, offers, partnerships, negotiations. Protect them in the womb. Exposure pressures discernment. Let peace, not comments, be your umpire. Reveal outcomes, not options. Sixth, spiritual experiences. Deliverance moments, dreams, prophetic words. Do not perform mysteries for applause. What is holy cannot be handled by every timeline. Let me interpret in secret before you testify in season. Seventh, complaints and reaction posts. No subtweeting, venting, or proving points. That binds you to the old season and creates receipts against your name. Choose dignity over dopamine. Respond to me, not to them. Practice this boundary language. I'm keeping that private for now. I'll share when it's finished. Thank you for understanding. Use it. Often, if you agree, declare right now, I will guard my gates. And let this become law over you. If it is in development, it is not for display. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. Silence is not a void. Silence is a vault. I am not asking you to disappear. I am asking you to document. Shift from broadcasting to building an evidence journal in my presence. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. Private documentation turns silence into strength. Your hidden record becomes your future testimony. Here is what I want: a consecrated notebook or a locked digital file that belongs to me and you. Title it Evidence. Date every entry. Record instructions I gave, confirmations that arrived, doors that cracked open, warnings you obeyed, patterns I am breaking, and new habits forming under my hand. That nudge you felt at 3:11 a.m., write the time. That phrase that repeated in your spirit, capture the exact words. That unexpected call, note who, when, and what shifted. This is not busy work. This is legal documentation in the spirit. This is how you secure your mind against future doubt. Use your voice as a pen. Begin a voice memo discipline. Pray out loud and record it. Capture ideas, business strategies, sermon seeds, creative concepts the moment they fall. Save them to a folder you name Blueprint. The internet does not get first access to your revelation. I do. Your archive is a sanctuary, not a stage. Create a quiet archive for future testimony. Take screenshots of milestones and answered prayers, but store them in a private album, not a public timeline. Save drafts of proposals, mock-ups, and metrics, but keep them in the womb until I release the timing. This record is for calibration now and proclamation later. Establish a weekly review. Sit with me, read the entries, listen back to your prayers, and connect the threads I have been weaving. You will see patterns. Your confidence will rise. Your pace will settle. That is not nostalgia. That is strategy. If you agree, type, "I will build my altar in secret." Then begin. Open the page. Date it. Write, "I choose the vault over the feed, the altar over the audience," and let your pen become your obedience. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. Silence is not shame. Silence is a boundary. That is not secrecy born of fear. That is sacredness born of wisdom. You are not hiding because you are insecure. You are stewarding because you are entrusted. I did not call you to starve truth. I called you to feed it in a protected garden until it can stand the weather. Your privacy is not pride. It is protection. Your quiet is not guilt. It is governance of your gates. Here is how you move now. When family presses, "So what's happening? Give us the update." Answer calmly and stop explaining. Say, "It's sacred and still in process. I'll share when it's finished." Full stop. When friends push, "Just tell me, I won't tell anyone." Respond, "I'm keeping this private for now. Thanks for understanding." Full stop. When followers demand, "We need details. When's the drop? What's the plan?" Declare, "No previews in this season. Outcomes only." Full stop. Practice these phrases without nervous laughter, without apology, without a paragraph afterward. Explanation is often an invitation for negotiation, boundary with brevity. Identify the information pickers. They don't call to carry, they call to collect. Their questions are wide, their presence is light, and their timing is suspicious. Your new setting is limited access. If they only appear for data, you owe them none. Covenant offers covering. Curiosity requests content. Learn the difference. Bless them, reduce their proximity, and refuse to be offended by your own fence. Understand the pruning you're about to see. Some relationships survived on your oversharing diet. When the stream stops, so will they. Do not chase. That is not rejection. That is refinement. True support does not demand a report. It intercedes without information. It shows up without a script. Let absence reveal assignment. If you agree with me, make the line clear right now. Comment, "My privacy is protection." And let your no become holy, your silence become sanctuary. Your boundaries become the proof that you believe I am enough to hold your story until it is time. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. Silence is not inactivity. Silence is focused execution without an audience. I am not hiding you to pause you. I am hiding you to train you and accelerate you. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. The secret place is your workshop. The door closed is your green light. The quiet is your cue to build. Here is the hidden work I am expecting daily. Pray at set times, morning and night, until your spirit learns my cadence. Open your journal, write what you hear, and convert it into a small, clear task list. Sharpen your skill, study, practice, rehearse, edit, refine. Tend your body, sleep on purpose, hydrate, move, stretch. Stamina is strategy. Establish a debt plan. List balances, automate payments, cut waste. Study what governs your field. Read, watch, take notes, implement. Create something every day, a page, a sketch, a prototype, a pitch. Apply for one door daily, send the email, submit the form, follow up, save something, $5, 10, a percentage. Build reserve, organize your files, your space, your calendar. Order multiplies time. Replace scroll time with construction time. Schedule deep work blocks like appointments with me. 2 hours, phone in another room, notifications silenced, only the tool you need open. Remove the apps during creation windows. Delete, log out, or lock them behind limits. Your focus is a weapon. Do not hand it to entertainment. Set do not disturb as an altar. When the urge to post rises, channel it into pages, plans, and prototypes. Follow this rhythm. First, receive instruction. 10 quiet minutes before any screen. Breathe, listen, ask. Second, write the plan. 3 non-negotiable actions for today, time stamped. Third, execute quietly. No announcements, just movement. Fourth, review weekly. What bore fruit? What needs pruning? Where did distraction steal minutes? Adjust. Repeat. Momentum is a ministry. Steward it. I will meet you in the mundane. I will multiply what you do consistently. Doors will look sudden to others, but they will be the harvest of your hidden discipline. If you agree with me, make your declaration now. Type, I will build when nobody is watching. Then get up, beloved child. Shut the door, set the timer. Begin. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. The quiet test arrives when your thumb hovers and your heart races. That is the moment I am examining your motive. Hear me with love. That is not excitement. That is insecurity asking to be fed. That is not celebration. That is a need to be seen. That is not testimony. That is revenge wearing a church outfit, trying to prove them wrong. That is not boldness. That is fear of being forgotten, pressuring timing so you won't feel small. That is not strategy. That is envy trying to keep up with a timeline I never wrote for you. That is not faith. That is anxiety attempting to manage outcomes by announcing them. I am not shaming you. I am saving you. I am purifying your motive before I enlarge your platform. When the urge surges, practice this holy exchange. First, celebrate with me before you tell anyone. Lift it to heaven, whisper thank you, and let worship cool the temperature of your heart. Second, record it privately, journal it, voice note it, so the moment is honored without becoming a performance. Third, if you must share, tell one trusted covenant person who can pray, not pry. Let intercession be the oxygen, not attention. Finally, let your fruit speak in season. When it is mature, it will testify without you forcing it. For sensitive winds, obey the 24-hour rule. Do not post today. Sleep on it. If it still feels wise, tomorrow pray again and ask, why do I want to share this? Would I still do it if no one responded? Does this reveal process or pressure outcomes? Is peace present or am I chasing a feeling? If peace remains after prayer, move carefully. If it lifts, keep it hidden with me. Make this your declaration now. Comment, I don't need the internet to confirm me. I confirm you. I saw you when no one clapped. I measured your yes in the dark. Pass this quiet test and I will trust you with rooms where your voice carries weight without shouting, platforms that do not own you, and visibility that does not dilute you. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. Your quiet yes is echoing through your family tree. Every time you choose the vault over the feed, you are laying brick on a road your children will walk without stumbling. Silence is not just protection for your season, it is inheritance for your bloodline. I am thinking in generations while you are tempted to think in moments. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today you shift the last name into alignment with heaven. Hear me, cycles break when appetites break. When you stop craving applause, you stop repeating instability. When you stop performing pain in public, you stop normalizing chaos as intimacy. When you stop announcing promises prematurely, you stop inviting sabotage to share authorship. That is not timidity, that is spiritual governance. That is not hiding, that is healing the pattern that taught you to trade privacy for a dopamine drip. I am severing the reflex to prove, to rush, to showcase the seed before it roots. You are becoming a keeper of gates. I am clothing you as a steward of access, a builder who thinks in decades, not days. You will decide what crosses the threshold of your home: counsel, covenant, cash flow, and content. You will set the clocks of your house: prayer before posting, budgets before buying, conversations before conclusions. You will learn to lock doors hell once walked through freely. Your no-will pastor your household. Your discernment will be the alarm system your lineage sleeps peacefully under. Look ahead with me. I see a stable table where laughter is not nervous and love is not performative. I see clean finances, no secret subscriptions, no crisis spending, reserves that breathe. I see healthy love, disagreements handled in prayer rooms, not comment sections. I see consistent purpose, work that is steady because attention is steady. I see children and grandchildren who do not hustle for attention online because you modeled how to be seen by heaven first. I see lineages you haven't even met yet, inheriting rhythms, quiet mornings, debt demolished, Sabbaths honored, boundaries kept, doors protected. If you agree, type, "My bloodline will benefit from my discipline." Say it out loud. Let heaven notarize it. You are the hinged generation, beloved child. Close the noisy door, open the ancient path. Move in silence and watch legacy become your loudest testimony. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. This is the moment we seal it. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. I need your voice in the atmosphere. Agreement unlocks protection. Speak after me out loud with authority. I renounce the need for applause. I break covenant with validation addiction. I cancel my participation with oversharing. I revoke permission I gave to people and platforms to manage my peace. I end the contract with comparison. I fire the spirit of people-pleasing from my counsel. I break every monitoring assignment against my life. I close every door I opened with my own words. I silence accusations raised against my calling. I withdraw access to my process, my plans, my relationships, my money, and my timelines. I restore my focus. I restore my peace. I restore my boundaries in Jesus' mighty name. Say this with me again. I submit my mouth to heaven. Place a guard over my lips. Place a discipline in my thumb. Baptize my notifications in silence. Fortify my spirit under your covering. Appoint discerning relationships and remove counterfeit counsel. I choose the vault over the feed, the altar over the audience, the fruit over the preview. My privacy is protection. My yes is holy. My pace is obedient. Now the legal decree. By the authority of Jesus Christ, I cancel unauthorized access. I revoke every spiritual and social permission slip I signed in haste. I terminate subscriptions to anxiety triggered by visibility. I bind distraction and loose concentration. I shut gates to surveillance and open gates to wisdom. I command peace to govern my mind and patience to govern my timing. I seal this hidden work under the blood of Jesus. It is covered, it is concealed, it is secured until appointed time. Breathe. Did you feel that? That is not your imagination. Something shifted. Angels have already been dispatched to enforce what you declared. Doors that were swinging open to interference just latched. The need to be seen is losing its legal ground right now. If you agree, type Amen and write, "It is sealed." Say it out loud one more time. It is sealed, and so it is. Listen to me very carefully, beloved child. A window is open. It will not stay open long. Your next level begins with immediate obedience. What you do in the next 72 hours will protect what I am releasing. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Here is your charge. In the next 3 hours, go to your pages and archive or remove anything that reveals process, timelines, location histories, developing relationships, financial upgrades, and spiritual experiences. Turn off live location sharing on every app, disable geotagging in your camera, and remove automatic check-ins. Tighten privacy settings across platforms, enable two-factor authentication, and review your followers. Remove spectators who feed on access. Unfollow comparison triggers. Mute pressure voices. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb and pull the apps off your home screen during work blocks. This is not overreaction. This is governance. In the next 24 hours, choose your inner circle of 2. 1 spiritual covering voice who can pray with authority. 1 practical accountability voice who can check progress without needing details. Tell them the boundary, outcomes only, no process play-by-plays. Schedule a weekly 20-minute check-in with each. Clear your calendar of performative commitments. Pre-block deep work windows and guard them like sacred appointments with me. In the next 48 hours, write your posting code. Delay all announcements until the work is complete and stable. Post testimonies after they are verified, not while they are forming. Share principles, not particulars. Wisdom, not timelines. Keep milestones offline until systems can carry them. Never post location in real time. If you must share, share after you leave. Institute the 24-hour rule for all sensitive wins. In the next 72 hours, audit your environment, devices, rooms, relationships, and remove what pulls you back to performance. Establish your evidence journal review time and lock it on your calendar, then stay the course. If you agree, declare it now. I will obey within 72 hours. Share this within the next hour with someone who is oversharing. Like and subscribe as an act of alignment. These are not clicks, they are agreement. Move, the window is open, obey, and I will cover what you protect.